Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Holistic Witch's Cottage. This is Melissa, and let's talk about how things are connected. So today, at the time of this recording, it is March 1st. So, happy March, rabbit. And just a reminder to do your peppermint or your cinnamon or your alternative luck and prosperity rituals today. Maybe it's blowing cinnamon or another herb through the door. Maybe it's an energetic sweep. Maybe it's just opening the windows to let the negativity out and the fresh air in. But whatever it is, happy March 1st. And there's the little reminder from your holistic witch. Okay. So let's do a little recap. I've had a bit of a stressful week, and I'm not even sure why it was so stressful, other than a few appointments and some running, and some things I needed to do that you're probably not tremendously interested in hearing about, so I'll skip to the fun part. Hubby and I decided to have a date day, which doesn't happen enough, especially during the winter months. Our date days usually consist more of like going out in the kayaks or camping or stuff like that in the summer. But in my part of the world in Pennsylvania, central Pennsylvania, it was a sunny, warm, beautiful day of mid-50 temperatures. So I think it was 53 when we left the house, 56 when we got back. So that was wonderful, a balmy end of February in central Pennsylvania. So we decided to go out for a little light lunch. Hubby had talked about coffee, but we got a late start. So we did the lunch thing with ice cream. And then that little creamery is near a little recreation park, about 10 to 12 miles from the cottage. So we had decided we would go for a hike on the trails there. It's a dam. It's not a natural lake, but it is a very nice recreation area. They've done a lot there. There's a beautiful playground for children and picnic spots and some fishing spots and some trails and, you know, what you normally see at nicely done recreation areas. And so we decided to do the lake shore, the waterside shore trail around that area, and we saw many people out walking their dogs and fur babies and some kids in the playground, and that made for a lovely day. Now, I had thought about taking Momo. If you've seen his pictures, Momo is a Chinese crested hairy hairless, which means he is a naturally bald doggo. People give me a little snip about that I should not clip him during the winter months. We do not shave Momo. The only haircut he gets, sometimes I trim the edges of like his ear fluff. He has like those fluffy ears and that fluff on the end of his tail and a little bit on the top of his head. Sometimes we trim those when they're getting yucky. And then down on the bottom of his paws around his nails. When I trim his nails, I trim the hair down there too. But Momo is what they call a naked dog. If you ever see like the Naked Rescues, they spell it like Nekkid. He is a hairless dog. He is naturally a baldy. So he has many clothes in his cute little storage compartment of cute little clothes. He refuses to keep them on his cute little body, even when we like try to secure them. So he stayed home. I am looking forward to a little bit nicer weather when we can take Momo out as well. But it was a beautiful day out on the trail. The water was beautiful. We saw some geese out there just hanging around. There was still some ice on the water, but there were places where it had melted as well, and that made for some cool pictures, and I did share some of those and some reels. on the Facebook page. So we enjoyed that. I'm trying to think if we stopped anywhere else. I don't think we did. I think that was it. We didn't pile anything else onto that one, which was also nice. Because sometimes I feel like we pile like 20 errands upon the one fun thing we want to do, and it sometimes distracts from that. So that's what I wanted to talk a little bit today about, interconnection, and sometimes that disconnect when we have a purpose of joy. Our intention is joy or calm or peace, but we let the world creep in with its chaos and anger, and it causes disconnect in that. So in cottage craft, in the witching world, how can we try to maintain a level of joy and peace when there's chaos around us? And I think that's probably something that all of us deal with from time to time. I have certainly been experiencing that myself during the last week. I've gotten myself into a project that I enjoyed very much, but as the chaos is starting to creep in, I'm trying to find ways to maintain my joy amongst the chaos. And I know that there is a balance of light and dark and everything, but sometimes, honestly, I would like more light than dark. And it's good to find ways to maintain that energy level within yourself, and with ritual or aromatherapy or crystals or whatever you do to maintain your personal calm. And honestly, I've been struggling with that a bit this week. So we decided, hubby too, so we decided to do date day, which almost never happens. For anyone else out there who has had kids with special needs, any type of special needs, medical special needs, behavioral special needs, and little to no help or assistance. Like, we started making jokes about, like, once Christopher turned 18 and was pretty self-sufficient with his own diabetic care. This is like the first time we were able to go out and have lunch by ourselves, really. So we make jokes about it. It only took like 20 years to get date days back, but they're fun and we enjoy them when we have time to do them. And there is just something magical about walking along a waterside trail. I posted on Camping Witches, there was a little thing about what's your favorite trail, shore trail, or like mountain trail and woods trail. And honestly, I like the ones, we're blessed to have both here. I mean, there's no ocean here. So we are blessed to have waterside trails that are in the forest, but are along the water as well. Sometimes it's continuous, and sometimes you have, a sunny patch and then a more forested patch and so on. But we are very blessed to have many parks in our part of the world that have that waterside trail option that is really in the forest, because most of our parks are forest here. So that's cool and beautiful, and I love it very much. So back to the disconnect. So I'm enjoying our day, our wonderful day. We had soft serve twist ice cream in, the little bowl, and that was great. I haven't done ice cream in quite a while, and that was a nice treat. And I'm walking and seeing all the pups out there and watching some of the birds. I saw some robins, so first sign of spring here. That was awesome. And then I saw something come through on my phone that the United States and Israel, I guess they're calling it Operation Epic Force or something. There was a military strike on the other side of the world. So I'm thinking, is it unfair to feel joy in what I'm doing when I know there's people in terror and chaos on the other side of the world? sometimes my mind finds disconnect in these things. And then I get angry because I know people that are like cheering this. They want people on the other side of the planet to have terror or to be injured or worse. And that's tough for me. It's tough for me to watch others find joy in chaos when I want to find joy in nature and calm. And again, I know in nature there is a balance, and circle of life, bad stuff can happen in nature too, but we've been in the chaos, we've been in the kayaks to see many occurrences of birds of prey hunting over the lake, and we've had some, front seat exposure to that, watching eagles and a falcon and some hawks hunting right in front of us. And there is chaos in nature as well, but to my end, it feels a little different than what was going on. I understand the politics of it, but I can't get on board with cheering for large numbers of people, especially innocents and children being hurt. Sorry if that offends you from a political stance. I just can't get on board to cheer for that. So, finding disconnect in feeling joy in the beautiful weather. Came home. Hubby's working on a greenhouse frame project. We're not sure how that's gonna resolve. This is kind of a prototype for us. We've done mini greenhouses before. This one's bigger, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I jumped on that Moon Cool electric trike and buzzed around for a bit, which was great exercise and very nice in the warm weather. But still, it lingers in the back of my mind that there's people in bad situations in other parts of the world, and my heart goes out for that as well. I wish I could do more, honestly. I guess all I can do is continue to keep living well, keep trying to share light, spread light. An online friend from Take What Rings True, she had posted about empaths sending out our white light. I was trying to explain that correctly. Sending out our white light. She works a lot with energetic calming, sending out blue light to dissolve the negativity, fear, and hate, platinum columns of safety for those in need. I was trying to focus on that, and I was just feeling like an energetic disconnect. Not that I didn't want to do it, I was just not feeling grounded and centered enough to do it, but I will restore that energy and find a way to do that because it's important. So that's what's going on in the recap. What's coming up is at my local library and many schools and libraries. Tomorrow will be the kickoff day for Read Across America. That is a program that celebrates the birthday of Dr. Seuss and also encourages reading. So as a former educator, I am always in favor of promoting reading with fun activities, with activities that sustain the reading and move it on to other subject areas as well. I love to work across the curriculum and include reading with the arts. That was like my forte when I was a teacher, and I still love that as well. So I've been sharing some stuff out there on social media via YouTube. Brain Break is a cute one for combining physical activity with children with popular stories and characters, and some of those characters cross over into TV shows too now. So some of that's very recognizable, so that's fun. And I like that. I love when you can cross literacy, when you can cross reading into the arts. I'm trying to start up a new coloring, like adult coloring, but also adult with children coloring, or watercolors and literacy. I would love to do that as well. And music, but I don't know if I'll try to push music this year. I think I'm just going to start with drawing and art and see where it goes from there. Some of the local libraries, this is kind of like how we got into the ukulele thing. Some of the local libraries in my area got involved with a program that loans ukuleles to libraries, and patrons can take them home for 2 weeks. The first ukuleles we had in our home were library loaners, and then I started looking up the music for Adventure Time on Cartoon Network, because a lot of the music on there is ukulele music. So I started learning how to play Adventure Time. We did eventually buy our own ukulele, which is like higher quality than those loaners were. But I was in a different library, one that I've been in before, just not as regularly. It's further from the cottage. And I saw that they have a ukulele loaning program as well. So I was thinking, like, that's cool. I love that libraries are not only promoting reading and promoting books, but promoting other forms of art, because everything's connected. So in the witchy world, like, I love literature. I love witchy literature. I love sci-fi, action, fiction, fantasy. Been playing around with some of those cozies. Some I like more than others. I just discovered that our library I've been reshelving, and I found a bunch of, I think her pronunciation of her name is Charlene Harris, and she had a TV show on NBC by the name of Midnight Texas, but I guess she has some cozy series too that I want to take a look at. I like her writing, and I like her style, and it's witchy, and it's witchy cozy horror, and I think I will like that. So I want to play around with that. I know that some of my regular followers are cozy readers as well. So if you ever have a suggestion for some great books or new authors, feel free to share those on either Camping Witches or the main page. Please feel free to share, because I'd love to look for more of those. So Kiddo and I did briefly stop in a thrift store this week, and also kind of a blast from the past, and maybe I will reread these. Now, this is children's fiction. This is juvenile fiction. But I know that Fourth Wing is very popular right now. I tried that and didn't love it, but I may retry it. It could have been a mindset thing for me at the time. But Wings of Fire. Now, the main characters in Wings of Fire are dragons. We don't get humans until way, way later, and humans are actually pets to the dragons way later. But the main characters are dragons. These are large, long chapter books designed for juveniles. But there are some mature themes. There's a lot of death, war, socioeconomic problems in the different realms in this fantasy collection. Now, we read this the first time, sort of started it just as a free read, and then it became a homeschool project which tied deeply into history and social studies. So I noticed that our library just got the first 5, and then we found some of the later ones in the thrift store. So I might be revisiting the Dragon Realms in Wings of Fire. I'm curious if anyone else out there reads children's literature from time to time. I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older. Sometimes I don't enjoy books that are designed for adult fiction. I don't like extremely graphic fiction anymore. Stephen King was my preferred read back in my 20s and 30s, and I still read everything he writes, but some of the others in the similar genres, I used to read all those, and along the way I just sort of drifted away from that. Just not my cup of tea anymore, but occasionally I run into some juvenile or young adult fiction that I really enjoy, and Wings of Fire, that one was right up there for me. I love that. So might be revisiting that world. I have to decide, will it be Harris's world of vampires and witches and spookies, or will it be the magical world of dragons? I guess I'll have to decide. But whatever you're reading, feel free to let me know. I love to do book talks with y'all. So what else is happening in the world? I believe yesterday was National Strawberry Day, and then they're saying it's Pancake Day again. I don't know. We just had National Pancake Day. I guess National Pancake Day, maybe that one was International Pancake Day, and now it's National Pancake Day. I have no idea. I actually made pancakes with strawberries last night before reading that, so I guess it just timed out well. But, have yourself a pancake, bacon pancakes, bacon pancakes, make a bacon and put it in a pancake from Adventure Time. I'm always looking for a dumb reason to sing that song. And I believe today is National Strawberry Day. So I made a new batch of oat milk last night. Now, I've been doing that mix of 1 cup of uncooked Bob's Red Mill oats with 3 cups of water, and it's just too thick for me. So I went with 3 cups of water and went down to a 1/2 cup of oats, and I like that mix much, much, much better. Obviously, I don't have to strain off as much oat residue at the end of the blending, and the consistency is just nicer for me. Kiddo had said that he didn't like the last batch. It was like triggering like a unpleasant reflux for him. It was too thick. There was something about it that just wasn't right. So I'd been talking about that recipe for a while and saying like 3 cups water to 1 cup's oat. Maybe cheaper, thinner oats, that would work. But if you're using Bob's, I'm going to suggest more water or less oats. And I went with less oats because 3 cups of water, that fills the container that I'm storing my milk in. So once I mix it all together, it just fits perfectly in the container I'm using. So that's working good. So do I want to end today with a recipe? I could end it with strawberry smoothie. So, okay, maybe that's what we'll do. So, if you would like an oat milk, or you could substitute any kind of milk, strawberry for passion, banana for masculine energy, we'll make a little love cocktail, little love spell, little love cocktail. I will be using oat milk, but if you prefer to use your own favorite, that's fine. I will probably start with 2 cups of milk and add a 1/2 cup of cleaned and chopped strawberries and a 1/2 sliced banana. Put those in my blender and blend them up on a medium speed for, let's say, 2 minutes. Blend, blend, blend. Okay. Everybody has their own preferences on texture. So safely sample a bit and see if you like the texture. If you want it thicker, you can add more fruit. If you want it thinner, you can add a little water or more milk. Can also add, if you want this to be a sweetener as well as a love spell, you can add your preferred sweetener. Lately, I've been working with Splenda brown sugar version. I've been using a lot of that in my coffee and some other things as well. Blend, 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 maybe for another minute or so. Safely taste a bit more and see if that's the texture you like. I like to serve mine in a pretty glass with a little whipped cream on top and maybe a little bit of strawberry, like a little bit diced, just a little bit tiny on top, and maybe just a little half of a slice, a little half wedge of banana for pretty. And if you want to feel fresh and sparkly, add a little peppermint to that as well. So that's my recipe for the week. The other thing I'm working on, I read about sprouting popcorn. Now, I tried with some old popcorn we had, nothing happened. So I broke into the Amish organic popcorn. We have a few different kinds here. So in that mix, we have different colors. So we have blue, red, and yellow kernels in there. So I found my sprouter down in the basement. I brought that out. So I'm working on a little abundance plan. Little plan of abundance to sprout abundance. I think I'm going to actually try to eat some of the sprouted kernels this time. And I want to experiment with popcorn shoots. So you wait till they're like 2 to 3 inches and then cut them off and then you can dice them or whatever. I think that's my plan at the moment. If it doesn't work, I'll probably just put them in soil and let them grow and put them outside somewhere. Hopefully, because they're based on ornamental popcorn, it'll grow some ornamental corn, and that could be a pretty feature in the yard also to feed my wildlife out there, because everything's connected. I try to make sure all the people were happy in this house and the Momo, but we take care of our nature outside too. So we're almost to the 30-minute mark. We went hiking yesterday, so remember to just keep moving. If you're I didn't talk about ashes. We're just going to skip it today. Proverbs verses 7, 8, and 9, I consider those the origin story of Sophia, goddess of wisdom. So if you're interested, take a look at Proverbs 7, 8, and 9. Feel free to converse with me on Yoga and Time about that. Again, feeling some disconnect between the teachings of Solomon and the words of wisdom in Proverbs. So little disconnect there, maybe more disconnect than interconnected this week on the cottage. The weather looks nice. I hope wherever you are, the weather looks nice as well. If you are a listener that is in an area with severe weather or other concerns right now, sending out positive energy, healing for you wherever you are. I think I'm going to end it on this. Just keep moving. If you're doing ashes, continue to contemplate some words and bring movement and stretching to your words to release any toxicity that may be stored in your body. I think that'll sum it up for this week. I hope you have a lovely, blessed week. Blessings on your journey wherever you are. And bye-bye.